Welcome back to the exOrion Quick Start Guide for your Project Assistant, your proof of concept. This is the last of the tutorials. Tutorial number 9 is the tutorial where I show you how to create your milestone chart. This will be a very short tutorial. If you haven't done the setup tutorial, number 1, I would highly recommend that you do that one, as well as tutorials number 3. So we're going to get right into it here now. We're going to make the presumption that you have already taken a snapshot of your project plan and handed it to your assistant, and now your assistant is using that to create a milestone chart. This chart has already been created, but I'll show you exactly how it's done. So we took our project plan, we loaded it here, and then we went to the milestone chart, and we're going to click on Create My Milestone Report. You'll notice that, and by the way, there's another tab called Refine My Milestone Report. What the refinement does is it lists them in chronological order from the oldest to the newest to the oldest. So you'll notice that this particular milestone is grayed out. And you'll notice there's an actual date closed here, June the 13th. That was a target close date, target start date. It was actually closed on that date. This is a bug with the proof of concept. Just highlight, delete. If it has that particular date that you just saw, obviously didn't happen almost 114 years ago. So the next milestone is approval to proceed to planning phase. That's actually in progress. If you recall from the tutorial number 4 and number 5, when we looked at the agenda and the status reports, tasks that were italicized and milestones that were italicized were milestones and tasks that were in progress. They weren't completed yet, but they had been started. So anybody who's looking at this from an executive standpoint can say, okay, they've finished the business requirements, they are getting ready to complete the approval to proceed to planning phase, and of course the next step would be the final functional requirements and approval to baseline the project. The key, of course, here is the end product, the end date that the client may be looking for. Final test cases produced, maybe the deliverable at the end of this project. And what this does is this takes the dates again out of the snapshot of your project plan, pulls the milestones, sorts them, identifies which ones are critical path and which ones are not, and then puts them on this chart so that somebody who's an executive who might not want to see this level of detail, it's going to be way too much for an executive to really want to look at. You can go ahead and create a milestone report like this. If they ask you for a quick update, you have 15 minutes to produce it. Well, it took you only maybe 6 seconds to do it. And that is the milestone report. Thank you for joining us.